Should I just nibble at this banana throughout the show?
Yeah, that'd be really funny, I
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I'm not
think.
doing
Like that,
that.
yeah, do like that.
I'm not doing
Like that.
that.
No, nibble at the banana. Nibble at the banana. I think it'd be funnier if you just showed up in his movie. Like,
Dude, Timothy Chalamet. Okay, audio is going.
paid for it.
Can I just eat a banana during it? That's like fine, right?
I think so. Said I hopped up out of bed. Turn my swag on. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay,
I mean, he's kind of creepy. I think. Like
Oh, is he
he's
really?
always like dating like 19-year-olds.
Yeah.
is
I
he
didn't.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah, he's always that's like the whole stereotype about him is that he like waits until like a model's like 18 and then he's like on their ass. So
That's
I
kind of
mean,
creepy as fuck.
maybe that's to my advantage. So
Get that check. Get that Birkin bag and do the dash. I said I hopped up out of bed. Okay, let's do the intro. Kevin, you ready?
Yep.
Kevin.
Okay, sorry. I'm texting Steve about housing.
Yo, Steve. Okay.
I can't see myself yet though.
You can't see yourself? I can see myself
On the stream?
we're on Zoom.
on the
Oh, I'm
stream.
not live, bro.
There's the YouTube swag stream going for. Bridget.
Should I be on that?
On what?
Should I be on that on
You
YouTube?
don't have to. Megan says, hi, Bridget. Do you know Megan Lamb?
Wait, yes. I wanna. Oh my god, wait. I wanna
I can't see
see.
the chat. Frick.
Yo, how do I go there?
If you go on YouTube and just like search for Unlock the Swag channel, you find it.
Okay. Hi, Megan.
Okay, I'm ready. Sorry. I'm sorry for the
All
delay.
Yeah, I'll pull up on my phone.
Hi, welcome to Unlock the Swag. We're here today with Bridget Rodig. My name is August Escandon, and this is my co-host.
I'm Kevin Zhang. Yeah, this show was made possible by Ocean Host, and we're gonna figure out what makes Bridget Rodig cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Pronoun check. He, him.
Also, he, him.
Yeah. Okay.
She, her.
Do you have any fun like
Yes.
nicknames or anything, Bridget?
Some people will like mash Bridget with Rodig and call me Brodig, but like that's like some high school
Also,
stuff.
It doesn't sound like you love it, Rodig.
Also, yeah, it's yeah.
or they just like call her like something that's just not her name.
Oh my god, yeah, wait, no. People call me like anything that starts with a B. So like only like like Claire will do this. Or like Joey and Megan, like they'll call me like birthday cake, bungee
Budget.
cord, budget, yeah, brick.
Yeah.
That was a little rude. I'm not gonna lie. But anyways,
Yeah.
like okay.
So much great.
So you're a student at University of Virginia. You work at Starbucks now, and you dabble in films. Big movie watcher, and what else? What else do you do? What are you
I'm a big
passionate about? I
reader.
guess.
I'm really passionate about like history, I think, and like the history of individuals that I'm interested in. Um, and I'm really like trying to get back into reading over quarantine. I think that's like become a big part of who I am now. Which is a good thing because honestly, I feel like TikTok is like messing up everyone's attention spans like tremendously. Um, I think like over quarantine, like it's hard to say like what am I into now because a lot of my hobbies at school required being around other people. Like I was gonna be in the debate society at UVA called the Wash, which I was really excited about joining, but then pandemic. Um, I was in the pit band at the theater at UVA too, so I'm into music. I play the trumpet, so that's a little thing I do.
All right. And so you go to university in Virginia. Not a lot of my friends go to school in the South. I'm guessing, Kevin, it's probably the same for you. Like, what's
Yeah.
like why did you go there? And what's that like? Culture shock. Tell us about the
So
culture shock.
well, okay. So I like really liked UVA off the bat. Honestly, for like the really like obvious reasons, I think like I really like the graduate programs there. Like the med school is really impressive, the law school is really impressive, and I wasn't really sure what I want to do, so I liked that. And also like I really liked how beautiful the campus was. Like it's basically like in the Blue Ridge Mountains in Virginia. And I really wanted a college experience that was like out in nature and like not really in the city, which is weird because now like I really like city life and stuff, but people change, I guess. I'm still like dedicated to like going out there though. And but like another reason why I think I really like UVA is because my dad's from rural Virginia. So we'd go there as kids and I just have good memories like of like mostly just the outdoors, and the campus was really pretty. So I was like, you know what, why not? But in terms of like the culture shock, like I think like there's a big misconception that like the South is like this like it's like crazy different from the North, and I don't think that's true. I mean, one thing I would say is true is that the gender norms at UVA are definitely a lot more binary and like much more strict than they are in the North. But I'm not sure that's because of Southern culture being more preppy or whatever you want to call it. But I think as a like queer woman, as like a like bisexual, I think, or like anyone who's like not really like very much in the strict societal norms, I think it was a little bit more intimidating at first. But you always find your crowd, and I don't know, like I think there's definitely like a difference, but I don't think it's the end of the world. And I mean, I'm literally like white, so like I mean, like there's all these other problems I'll never really know as like being a white person. Like UVA is like 90, like really, really very white. So as like a person of
90%?
color, I'm sure the experiences, it's like something really high.
Oh
I don't really know
wow.
what the
I did
number
not know
is, but
that.
it's definitely it's kind of like Westwood, which is where we're from, but like in college, I think, and more in the South.
Okay. I think we wanted to ask, like, do you feel like I remember you talking about how like Southern stereotypes are harmful because people just tend to encompass all Southern people as the same, even if they're like fighting at the front lines of like political activism.
Yeah. So like I think like if you grew up in the Northeast, um, I think the way we're taught history in high school in the Northeast is really different than they teach it in the South. Not in a way that I think in a way we're more ignorant because of it, because we like see ourselves as so separate from like slavery and like America's
When we
civil
also
rights movement.
perpetuated it. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. And like it's just so like we just view it as so much in the past that I think it's a lot easier for us to ignore it or like think that we overcame it. Where I went to UVA and I didn't know that much about the campus, to be honest, which is my bad before going. But the first thing I really learned at UVA was that the campus was entirely built by slaves. And the founder of UVA is Thomas Jefferson. He was like he had a lot of slaves. And it's just so controversial now because, like, do you guys remember the 2017 neo Nazis
Mm-hmm.
walking on UVA? Yeah, so like that's kind of like what my school's known for now, which is harmful because people assume that that's all that the South is, that there's all these like racist people and like it's backwards and it's like the North is so much more progressive and stuff like that. But really like the most progressive and outspoken people I've ever met are in the South because they had to be reactionary towards these people. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, totally.
So like I know like especially during the election when I think it was like Twitter or like some social media like thing was like like going after Georgia for not being blue right away and stuff like that. But really, like the grassroots in places like Georgia and like Virginia are like the strongest than they are in the North, because like they're the ones who are enacting change. Like we owe like civil rights for blacks in the South, like black people in the South. So that's just my take on that. I know there's a lot of frustration at UVA over that stuff. So like one of my favorite like idols at UVA is Diana Bryant, and she is a huge activist on Twitter. Yeah, you can pull up her Twitter. Yeah.
Wait, no. Is this screen sharing what I'm supposed to be screen sharing?
It's showing UVA. Okay, now it's showing Twitter.
Okay, everyone who's here, just follow her on Twitter. And Bridget will give us more of a rundown.
She's so dope. So she like she blew up in the past 2 years. So she got really famous. I think she even took over Shawn Mendes's account. I think he like gave her his handle over June or something. And she's just so cool. Like she like makes a lot of videos. She like talks on CNN. She's a lot of the stuff she talks about is local to Charlottesville, but it's also like the big picture, because at the end of the day, like local stuff is national stuff. But she's so cool. Like one of my friends actually knows her, and there's like a picture of him on her Instagram. I just thought that was so cool. So yeah.
Okay, swag.
Are there any other organizations or people you want to shout out? Obviously, if none come to mind, that's fine too.
You mean at UVA or kind of just in general?
In general.
In general.
The Black Lives Matter Instagram account for Los Angeles is really good, I think. I follow that one. I mean, like, I honestly think try to follow like small accounts. Not small, but like individuals. I think those are usually the most personable.
Okay. Do you have any no nuance November takes? And since it's now December, you can go more in depth.
Like what's yours? Like what's one you have?
I saw some that were interesting about like white passing is not the same as white. And then also that white passing is the same as white. I saw both of those. I thought those were both very interesting.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't really know.
If you don't have any, that's cool.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how do you feel about the word female? Like when guys use it, they'd be like, blah blah blah, females. How does that?
Well, I think like every girl you'll ever talk to is gonna like dislike that. Like for me personally, like it's whenever they use it, it's really degrading. I feel like they're either like, oh, this female like won't give in, or like all this stuff. So it's usually like associated with a lot of bad conversations, I think, right off the bat. But then like kind of like breaking it down further, like the word female is just so like biologically based. It kind of like just makes me think of like anatomy, and it just feels very objectifying in the way that it just sounds so physical. I think like it just strips all personality away from what I think the word women or girl doesn't strip away. I think the word woman definitely like seems like a whole person versus female. And like even some of my guy friends now still like will say that, and like I know they don't mean to. I just think it's just so ingrained in their brain when they're talking to other dudes, I don't know, to say it. And I just think they should just cut it out. It just, I don't know. It just like looks bad, like for them. Like I just think it just sounds so like stupid. I don't know.
I hear you.
Anyways, male gaze, and tell us about the internalized male gaze. You wanted to talk about that.
Okay,
oh yeah. Okay. So
I wasn't sure if I should have just like flat out said that, but okay, we're doing it.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
Bridget's doing it.
Yeah. So All right. I just wanted like I just think this is cool. So like I was like talking to my friend. I think I first saw something about this like on TikTok, which is like where everything starts and all that stuff. But like I was asking my friends like, do you ever feel this is like kind of weird, but like do you ever like feel like when you're getting undressed in your room that there's like a ghost watching you or like there's a peeping Tom across the street? And like I was at college and I was like asking my suite mates this, and like the boys were like, no, like I don't feel like that, or like all that stuff. And like my friends were like, yeah, I feel like that all the time. I always feel like there's like a ghost watching me shower and stuff like that. I always get like embarrassed and like self-conscious about it. Which is like when you break it down, it's just such a weird thing to like why do we like who came up like why do we think there's a ghost watching us? It's just so bizarre. And then I think there's like some like poem or something talking about the male gaze. So it's basically like in movies specifically, most movies are filmed through like the male like heterosexual viewpoint, and it's basically just like every action and every conversation a woman has on in media is like just to like make her seem sexy or like attractive or like to romanticize her. And basically like as a like girls grow up like we're just consuming the same media that like the boys are consuming, basically like like blockbusters, like movies and stuff like that.
Like,
So we begin to like begin to like self object ourselves, and then it gets really confusing. Where like we like kind of strip ourselves down to like just the physical as well, which is like you think like, oh, like why would a girl do that to herself? But like our whole lives we've been taught to do that or to view ourselves that way. So really like at the end, like the thing that someone figured out was that this like hypothetical ghost that is watching you undress is just like this hypothetical like male observer in your head. So I thought that was pretty crazy. I don't know. But some guys said that they also feel like there's a ghost watching them, so that's interesting.
what do you? What would your like guess about that be?
As to why, yeah, why certain males feel like they have a gaze.
I don't know. I think that's a big question. I mean, there's definitely like like guys are also sexualized in the media. I mean, for sure.
Yeah, of course.
I think the thing I would be more interested in is if we got the guys and the girls who like had this ghost watching them, were the guys more like confident or like were they like feeling less negative about this ghost watching them, and were the girls feeling more embarrassed?
Do
I don't
you,
know. I think that'd be more.
is it like a very embarrassing feeling? Like you'll be taking a shower and be like, "Wow, I'm naked. This is weird," or like
Yeah, I don't know. Like personally, like for myself and the girls I've talked to, it's usually been like it feels violating, I think, is like what I would call it.
mhm.
So
Yeah, I think I responded to Bridget's poll of if it was
yeah, I have
males versus
both.
females, and like my answer was no, and also like even if I did, it's just like so different of like how the perception of the ghost viewing me was like I yeah, it's just like so different and like oh my god, dude, like I don't know, I don't want to go anywhere in depth into it because yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
What do you think us as men should be doing better?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to sound like I'm a man hater on this. I feel like
No,
I'm
hate
not
men
like
too.
I'm not like
I hate men too. It's okay.
Yeah, bro, same.
no, like I don't hate men. I just like hate the patriarchy, like all that stuff. So, but I would just say that's just such a big question. Like I don't know, like try to be like empathetic, I guess.
Mm.
Like stop grouping people together. Like I don't know. No, like I could write like there's books written on this, bro. I can't.
Yeah, I mean those
I
are
don't
good
know.
starters. Those are good starters. Okay.
Yeah.
Sophie says, "Be a man hater, please." Sophie Kim is one of my friends. She says, "Be a
All
man
right.
hater." To you.
Okay.
Bro, I want to see
Bridget.
the.
Okay, let's transition to like more like film music
No.
side. So what's the last film you watched?
Last film. Um, I rewatched one of my favorite films, which is called Thelma. It's a Norwegian film, and I mean, like, it's gay, so like that's always fun for me. And it's also like a psychological thriller, which I think is cool. It's in Norway, and Norway's just like sick, just because it's just so different than America. I mean, like, my advice is like just everyone to watch foreign films. Like, I literally like am so sick of American
Oh, you said
films.
Thelma. You said Thelma.
It's like THEL.
Oh, I heard Velma, and like all I found was Scooby Doo, bro.
That's also what I thought.
But anyways, it's
Swag.
okay. Well, I'll definitely check that movie out. I think I've actually heard of it.
Yeah.
What is the
it's
film
pretty
person
dark.
stereotype?
Do you feel like that applies to you?
Oh, my bad.
Well, I feel
What-
like
what is
the
this film
stereotype
person?
is usually.
Yes.
Well, I feel like the stereotype is usually like super snobby. Usually they like Pulp Fiction or something, which I feel like is like a very like straight male opinion on everything. Usually like a white. I think of like a white straight dude who like wears beanies and like skates. I don't know,
Okay.
and stuff like that.
Okay. Like expanding on Quentin Tarantino, because that man's really problematic. Who are some like, just in general, who are some people that get way more praise than they deserve, and vice versa? Because like Quentin Tarantino obviously gets all the praise in the world, but like like all of his movies are not even subtly, like they're just straight up racist, homophobic, misogynistic.
Like, do you mean like in terms of like directors?
I mean, sure, we can just keep it to directors, I suppose. That's also like a packed question.
Well, I'm not gonna talk about directors because I really don't know who's overrated in terms of a director, but
Then just do people,
I
just
think
do
like a
like
lot of
celebrities in general.
I don't know, but I think like the genre of movies that you'll see on like film accounts and stuff are pretty overrated. Like Good Time or Driver with Ryan Gosling, I think is overrated. I think like a lot of movies that people or like the film world consider like the best are like really overrated. And I think like the stuff that people really should be watching are more like sensitive, and I think a lot of movies that are considered so good are just really action packed. Okay, I know a good one, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so like I like Marvel movies. I think they're fun, but I don't know why everyone thinks Endgame is like the best movie to ever happen. Also, like I've never seen a good female character in a Marvel movie ever, and it's just like honestly like it's like all the plots are very predictable. All the superpowers are so lame, and I don't know, not to hate on it. It's like fun. It's just like, come on, like I don't know. Like
What-
people were like, "Oh, Marvel movies," and I'm like, "All right, I guess."
what would a fun superpower be?
I don't even know.
One time we were like asking that question as an icebreaker, and this was in high school, one of my high school friends was like, I would want to wake up like exactly when I want to wake up, like set a mental timer for like 11 minutes and 15 seconds, and then you wake up in exactly that much time.
I
Yeah.
agree. I
I think
agree.
that'd be a pretty cool superpower.
Oh
I
wait,
agree.
no, there's that one girl though in Marvel who's like Russian or something or Ukrainian. And wait, she's kind of cool actually.
Which one?
Do you know what I'm
I
talking
have
about?
no.
What's her superpower?
Scarlett Johansson's.
No, not Wagner. No, her like brother died or something. I can't remember. But
Oh wait.
no, bro. Can we talk
Freaking-
about Russia? Can we talk about
Yeah,
Russia?
tell us about Russia.
All right, I'm like so obsessed with Russia right now. I don't know why. I'm like obsessed. So like
Explain why.
Okay, so first of all, I think I like didn't say this earlier, but my favorite director is definitely Tarkovsky, who like I was like making sure I was like saying his name correctly.
Alright. Let's pull up the
Yeah,
cinematography.
show it, Kevin.
The cinematography.
My fault.
Why do you like him?
So like I don't know,
This is
like his
Tarkovsky.
movies are just so poetic and like if you like listen to the dialogue, like it's just so poetic and like so like a lot of like the shots are like really like long, like they don't cut away and stuff like that, which I think is really cool. And it's also like very like in nature and stuff like that. And a lot of it is just like about Russia, which is like Russia's just so cool. Like I know there's like so like I was listening to this like podcast I made Kevin listen to about this woman from Russia, and she was talking about how they she's talking about how they have like mass depression, which is like sad, but like it's just like really interesting because like the way they present their country is just so like different than the way Americans present America. And a lot of it's like very like I don't even know, like it like definitely like gets into like human nature in a different way than like I think American films do. So that's my favorite movie. That's Stalker. And Stalker is so good. That scene in particular is really good. So Stalker is like it's basically like a dystopian movie, and basically like they're trying to get to like this room, and like there's all these things that are supposed to try to kill you before you get to the room, and in the room like you're gonna get like your like whatever desire you want. It's just like I don't know how to explain. Like I just like really want everyone to watch Tarkovsky movies. Like I think they're just so cool and like neat and like.
All right, I'll watch Stalker. I haven't watched a movie in so long though. Must get on that.
Yeah.
Okay. What song recommendations? What songs are you hyperfixating on? The vibes. Just like off the top of your head.
Off the nugget.
Probably Biohazard by Mama is like my current
local band. I think they're a local band. I think.
No, I think they're New York City.
Never mind. They're not. They're just from LA. Okay, cool. Tough.
They're from LA. No, they're from New York. It's fine. But Robbie and the Houseplants, they're local to Boston.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody
check out Sticky. Stream Sticky.
Yeah, Sticky's so good. Oh my god, Sticky's so good.
Song. Okay, I think one last loaded question would be, how have you bridged the gap between academia and living experience? Academia being just like education. Shut up, August. And then just like your living experience, obviously.
Big words.
August literally put me on like 2 days ago.
Probably like just like talking to as many people as I can about everything. I try like if I like don't understand something or like don't understand an experience, I'll like try to read about it on my own, because like obviously like, the educational system just like fails in so much about that. Like right now I'm like reading Malcolm X's autobiography because I don't know that much about that guy, and like obviously he's like so like influential. Because like obviously there's just stuff I'll never know, considering like who I am and where I grew up and stuff like that, and like it's totally fine to accept that. But I don't know, just talk to other people, read.
Do you feel like you can see what Malcolm X is talking about in like Westwood, where you live, or like?
Well, I don't see violence in Westwood. I mean, like what Malcolm X was talking about, he was a complicated guy, but I definitely I think reading his childhood. So like I'm like right now, like I'm reading about his childhood right now in the book, and like reading about people's experiences just really like his like this is so dark. I'm not gonna talk about it, but it's like really dark, and like I think the more you read about people's experiences in their childhood, like the more you realize like how much you don't understand. And like I won't say I see it in Westwood, because Westwood's such a white town. Is like it's just so white. Like Kevin, that like there's not much to like observe. But yeah.
So like that's what the academia is for, I suppose.
Yeah.
Wouldn't an autobiography be someone's lived experience?
Well, I think like reading autobiographies are really important because it's in their own words. I think reading about someone through their own words is just so important, because like people will like interpret what they meant but you really got to read what they actually said, I think.
What other autobiographies have you read?
I read RGB. So like recently, like when Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, I went out and bought her autobiography, which is so funny to read because like there's like all these things that she wrote when she was like 21, and it's just so hard to read. I'm like, oh my god, this woman was so smart. Like I will literally never be that smart. But it's like definitely like interesting to read their thought process when they were the age they were at. So like I'm reading things that she was thinking when she was 30. Like that's crazy, you know? Yeah.
Okay. And then so when we asked you to come on the show, you said you wanted to talk about mental health a little bit. Mental health question.
Mental health check.
Question mark.
Mental health check. All right, yeah. So, bro, pandemic's been rough. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like I've had some like physical problems going on in my life, which definitely like influenced kind of like a mental toll on myself, I think. But I think like this year in general, because I mean like I like took time off from college, which I literally never thought I would do because in high school I was so like anal about grades in like school and like I need to do this, I need to do that, and then I'm gonna do this. And I think like this year just being everything has just been so unexpected. I think it's definitely shown me that like there's multiple paths and like taking a break or like having time to self-reflect on what you want to do and who you want to be is like totally fine. Like I think it's definitely this year like the mental health priorities I've realized I need to take have definitely shown me that we're only like kids. Like we're only 19. Like taking it one step at a time is okay.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no rush.
Because like once we live through this pandemic and build self-care and like coping mechanisms, once normal life is back, it'll be on easy mode. Okay, that's corny as fuck. But also, I'm the only one not taking. I'm the only one not taking a gap year.
I'm also taking a leave of absence. But I guess also in high school I was pretty not like the most attentive to my grades ever, but definitely pretty attentive. But like it seemed in high school that the answer to high school was college, and then or like undergrad, and like the answer to undergrad is graduate school.
Dude.
Like,
bro, August got a 5 on ABC Calc. Like,
hey, don't go. I'm not a nerd like that.
Wait, did you get a 5 on ABC Calc, Bridget? You did?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. I mean, it's okay. It's okay.
I get it. Anyways.
Well, like not that it matters because school's stupid.
Yeah.
No, actually, like I don't think high school. What was it for? I don't know, man.
Well, okay. It wasn't just like high school, like also like Westwood, where we're from, is just so like I didn't realize until I heard about other people's high school experiences. It's just so like college driven and stuff. And then I thought like when I got to college, I'm like, I have to take these classes in these orders and then go to this graduate school and then go to this residency and do this.
Yeah, it's actually just like it's such a bubble and it warps your perception of literally real life.
Yeah, it does.
It's okay. College good.
So like you said
college good.
You said that like when you were entering college, you felt like you had to follow the path of blah blah whatever residency, but now you don't feel like that.
No, I don't feel like that anymore. I think like I think like especially with like I was very convinced for a long time that I wanted to go to medical school, and I'm still not sure about that. But I think if you do anything in STEM, it's just like really like people are just super anal about STEM in college, and it kind of sucks. And so like it's kind of like, do you remember like in high school how people were like super like, do you get like a 96 or a 97 like on that stuff? And then in college you feel like that kind of went away. Like for me, like I really feel like that never went away. Like in orgo or bio or whatever you're taking.
Yeah. So yeah, that definitely went away. Like
I heard the stereotype for STEM is like, yo, I got a 42 best in the class or something like.
What?
I don't know.
Oh no, I don't like, feel like that. I think everyone's like. You think it's lower?
That's what I heard. But I guess
No,
I hung
not
out
my
with,
experience.
I hung out with business kids, and they were like, "Yeah, I got a 98
Oh, okay.
low with a 97 or something like that."
Yeah. No, business kids are fun. Wait,
Anyway,
what's your major anyway?
I'm not in school.
You're not thinking
Like,
about
wait,
it.
like
You're not thinking about
hypothetically. You're not
I'm
thinking about, okay, yeah, me too, same page.
I'm a communication and business major, but I kind of want to drop the business part because
why.
it just like doesn't like the skills that I was taught in the business classes that I took like don't seem super useful. Mostly it seemed like Googling things
Mm-hmm.
and like giving presentations. And like obviously, like if I were great at giving presentations, that would be a super useful skill. But I feel like, I don't know, with the communication degree, I might get that, like learn how to give good presentations anyways.
Valid.
Abby R says, women in STEM, heart eye emoji. Woo!
Oh yeah, no,
Damn.
that's my friend from college. She's in the nursing program. So she's
Shout
a
out,
woman in STEM.
yeah, shout out Abby R and women in STEM. Sophie Kim says, drop the business part. Do you think I
Wait,
should drop the business part?
I'm like thinking of combining psych with business admin, but well, I don't even know, man.
I don't know anything about business majors. I don't know. Like I don't even
Dude,
know.
I wanna
Is it like
escape the
econ?
9 to
I don't even
5.
know. Dude, that's not gonna happen though. Like let's be
Bro,
real. Like
if your friends aren't intent on escaping the 9 to 5, drop him.
No, actually, the 9 to 5 is a communist or capitalist construction that doesn't need to exist.
I mean, true.
I know, but everyone who's like, "Oh, I'm not doing a 9 to 5," they're usually like running some like online scam or like I don't even know.
Scamming.
Like I'm not saying like you should. No. Okay. No, I can't.
Pyramid
I just
scheme.
mean like. I just mean like I don't even know. Like, are we gonna talk about capitalism right now? Like I don't.
Do you want to talk about capitalism?
Let's talk about capitalism.
I don't know. We've been going for a while. We don't.
We can talk about it after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Last question, Bridget. What is the secret to your swag?
Being smart.
Okay. Next question. What is the one
Oh
thing?
no! Wait. Okay. I want to
fine,
answer.
fine.
Being brutally honest.
Oh, brutally honest.
Transparency.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very interesting. Very interesting. I will reflect on that.
Okay. And then, like, what's something that you do that you think everybody else should also be doing?
Being transparent. Valid.
Yeah. Wait, no.
Reading.
Oh, and reading. That ass. Educating yourself if you
like,
don't have the lived experience.
I don't want to be one of those people like, oh, I read and you don't read. Like that's like no, but like you should like do it because like when you're like 4 years old, like what are you gonna have to do in life? Like I guess read unless you're still on TikTok at 40. But like that sounds bad.
Yeah. Is reading your final answer?
Listen to jazz music. I like jazz music.
Oh, we didn't talk about music.
We didn't talk about music at all. It's okay.
No, we talked about Ravi and
Oh well. All right, listen to jazz music. You heard it, folks. Go listen to jazz music.
Listen to jazz music. Be transparent in your relationships as you navigate life, and then you'll be cool. Literally. Shut up.
Just only read. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, thanks for coming, Bridget. It was lovely having you.
Thanks for having me.
I'm August Escondon.
I'm Kevin Zhang. Together with the audience and Bridget, we are Unlock the Swag, and hopefully, we unlock the swag for y'all. Bye.
Tune in next time, Tuesday at 5 Eastern, 3 New Mexico time. Thank you.
We're interviewing Hillary again.
Oh yeah, we're interviewing Hillary. Bridget, tell him why Hillary is cool.
Dude, I don't know Hillary.
You can just make some stuff up.
Yeah.
Oh, I like her hair.
Oh, okay, cool.
Her hair is really cool.
Her hair is cool.
Dad, do you want to do the thing? I think he's listening.
He probably fell asleep, dude.
Dad.
Should we do the
He
thing?
said snore. He's snoring. He did fall
Snore?
asleep. What should we do? What thing should we do?
We should do the thing where we invite people to the Zoom.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, can you do that?
I mean,
It's
we
so
could.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh my god, please. Is anyone like on Zoom though?
On
Bro,
Zoom?
I like don't know how you guys are seeing people talking. Like I want to see Megan.
I have the
It's
I want
stream
to see
open.
Abby so bad.
in the live stream part. There's a little chat section. Oh, he's fading out the audio. No, don't do that.
What does that even mean? I have no idea what that fade out the audio. Like it slowly gets quieter.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's kind of cool.
Oh,
Said I hopped up out of bed. Turn my swag on. Do I say that too much? Sorry.
oh my god, Megan.
Kevin, stop coughing on the microphone.
Dude, wow, you're still alive, bro. Dog. Okay, I'll drink water. Dude, I ran out of water again, bro.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna drink my Red Bull now.
Are you a Red Bull person or a Monster person?
I'm trying to be a yerba mate person.
Wait, does yerba have caffeine in it? Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yes,
I guess it's
it has
tea.
so much caffeine.
Dude, I don't drink caffeine. I mean, I guess I've been drinking tea. But
Alright,
like,
you're so cool. You don't drink caffeine. What's wrong with you?
All right, Bridget.
I know. I asked you to come into Starbucks, and you're like, "I'll get a frap." And I was like, "Do you want coffee in that?" And you're like, "Nah." I was like, "Oh my god."
Dude, what do you mean? I don't understand. What's the
Dude, I
problem?
gave this kid a free Trenta frap, and he didn't get coffee in it.
Dude, I actually felt like terrible after I drank that. He was so right. It was
Because
so
you drank
much
the whole
sugar.
thing.
No, I
It's
didn't
a
even. I only
Trenta
drank like
frap.
half. I only drank like half.
Still, that's like a frap. Like a Trenta's like that big. Really big.
Yerba Mate Company. Are you a cigarettes and coffee person or a weed and tea person?
I'm definitely all four.
All four.
Yeah. When I'm at college, I'm more of a cigarette and coffee person.
Really?
When I'm home, I'm trying to be like mindful.
Dude,